the Ukrainian diaspora is still looking for its compass. And I think that the model that we should adopt is the one that the Canadians have adopted many, many years ago. And the basis premise is we are not Ukrainians. We are Americans of Ukrainian origin. Ukrainians are in Ukraine. We are citizens of the United States. And as citizens of this country, we have the right to demand from our government to provide support to our heritage and our mother country. That's the position of a diaspora of an independent country. So if we accept that position, then we can elaborate what kind of activities we should be engaging in. The first thing I would say is stop throwing most of the resources to Ukraine. They have their own millionaires. Billionaires. They have lots of money. We can help strategically, but not just throw money for any cause that they ask us for. That's number one. And let's start with our needs. Now, in terms of activities, I would suggest the following structure. First of all, we should try to influence the policies of the United States government vis-a-vis Ukraine. Well, Michael is going to talk about that. He's the expert on that. Then we have our traditional activities. Independence Day, Easter, Christmas, Shevchenko, etc. These are things that make us feel good, and we do them every year, and that's fine. But that's not enough. Because in order to function as Americans, as members of American society, we first of all need to strengthen our internal organization so we have the resources to do our job. And here, first of all, we need to do a diagnosis, and we have the data. Where do we stand? What are the issues? What are the problems? What are the challenges? And then we can make informed decisions. We have that information at hand. Second, I don't see a strong coordination body in Ukrainian diaspora in the United States. I don't see it. It's not there. Third, Ukrainians have not caught the social media bug as an organized community. Look at Egypt. I mean, this is a very powerful tool, especially given the geographic dispersion we're witnessing now. We don't make use of that. Now, in terms of resources, we are begging every year the same small group of people. We need to expand the pool in two directions. Number one, as American citizens, we need to take more opportunity of federal and state programs and grants. They're there, but we're not taking advantage of them. Number two, if you look at the total number of people that say Ukrainian origin, how many of them are active in the community? We need to try to expand that pool, because a lot of people with money and power out there, they may not come to your academias, but if you establish contact with them, they can make a significant contribution. Now, in terms of very specific activities, I would like to make some very specific suggestions. If I need to find something that I don't know anything about, what do? I go to Wikipedia and I read what's there. I suggest you do that about Ukrainian topics, history, culture, whatever. You will be shocked about some of the things that are out there. Now, why can't we organize experts, students, to contribute? Because that's the source of information for many Americans about Ukraine, anything Ukrainian. Number two, I suggest you do the following experiment. Go to your public library and do a search on Ukraine or Ukrainian. See what you find. I bet you'll be shocked what you will find. In my case, in Chapel Hill, when I did that, there were, I think, about 12 entries. And 8 of those entries were memoirs about Jews being persecuted by Ukrainians. That is the image of Ukraine in the Chapel Hill Library. So why can't we get people organized to do that? We have lots of librarians probably working in some of these libraries. Get into the committees that advise these libraries and try to make sure that that library has some information about Ukraine. Organize a Facebook dedicated to that topic. Third example. In many high schools, in many states, they have social science curriculum. And they teach about countries of the world. They teach about Russia, Poland, Egypt, whatever. We have established contacts in North Carolina with the outreach program that tries to elaborate curriculum. Get in touch with those people. They'll be happy to work with you, because if you provide the material, teachers would love that. Make an exhibit of Pisanka and stuff like that. So, international festivals, wonderful media to inform the American society about Ukrainian culture. And talking about communication and social media, we tend to reinvent the wheel over and over and over again. How about sharing experiences, pulling together material, and when someone needs something, here it is. Don't have to reinvent the wheel. So my point is we need to rethink what does it mean to be a Ukrainian in the United States with an independent Ukraine. Thank you.